different today at Community Kitchen. We're gonna make bread, and a specific type of bread. It's called the No Knead Bread. So kneading is what you usually do. You have to work the dough in order to work the gluten to have more of a stretchiness in your dough and have air bubble in it. This recipe was invented by Jim Leahy, a baker in New York. He's renowned for this recipe. Super simple. He says anybody 4-year-olds can do this. But the only caveat is that it takes at least 12 hours to let it rise. So I'm gonna do the first part today, and tomorrow we'll finish it off. So the first part is mixing the ingredients. Let's stick to 3 cups. I did well to measure because it's off. It's off. I'm already messing with the recipe. So bad. Next ingredient, we have yeast. They want a quick or instant yeast. You can buy that in a little packet. I'm using the pizza one, and then we only want 1/4 of a teaspoon. So really not a lot, which is less than most bread, but we're gonna let it rise a long time, so tiny little one. You could have all right, I really don't know if you could use other ones, but this is the pizza one, or instant, which is basically the same. Then 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm gonna do it here in case. Good thing I did it there. 2 teaspoons of salt. Just gonna mix that quickly. Clear this up, and I'm supposed to have 1.5 cups of water plus 2 tablespoons. Pretty precise again, but I'm looking 390. What does I have? 390 grams. How close was I? Oh, you're kidding me. I was right on it. All right, so now, super easy. I'm gonna mix this together. Just put the water in the flour. Use your hands. I'm gonna get dirty hands. Come on, done. So I'm just combining as soon as everything's together. This thing. And that's it. So now is the waiting game. Putting all of this, they say the dough will be shaggy and sticky. So shaggy, it's like you have like filaments, I guess. It's like stringy or something. So take this out. So I'm gonna leave this covered at room temperature for at least 12 hours, and tomorrow is gonna be 18 hours. I think is the ideal, but we shall find out if this is true, that this is foolproof bread. Here we go. Hi, we're back about 18 hours after the first part, when I first put that in there. So I want to show you. Do you see there's a little bit of bubbles here and there? It's not as much as I thought. I'm wondering if the pizza yeast was a good choice. Well, we'll find out. So I'm gonna drop this dough on floured surface. From there, it's quite sticky. Is Brian whistling in the background? Looked like they just wanted like to flatten up a bit. So the dough on the flour now, I want to just kind of fold it kind of make a ball, but just by folding it, not by working it. Kind of like this, I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch. So I've got a tea towel there. I'm gonna put some corn meal here. This is gonna cover my dough so that it doesn't stick to my pot. So I got my bowl here. I'm just putting seam down. Then I'm basically just covering this up with this here. So all the surface is covered with. Do you see? You don't really see it. Here you go, you see it. So it's lightly covered with cornmeal. So the oven is at 450, super hot, and I also put the dish that I'm gonna bake the bread in. You're supposed to use something like a Pyrex bowl with lid, or a Dutch oven, which is like thicker ceramic containers that you have lids, and they're often thick, and they're for like pot roasts and stuff like that. And I have none of these. I said, well, I'm gonna try it in a way that the clients might be stuck in the situation and the container they may be stuck in. They don't have a Dutch oven, very possible. So what I'm gonna do, so I have to act quickly. I'm gonna drop it up in it. I have to cover it for 45 minutes. Then I'm gonna get the cover out, and that's gonna let the moisture out. So the first part of baking bread, you want moisture to be there, and the second part, you don't want the moisture to evaporate, so to build up the crust. So we'll see how this works. All right. You probably don't see a whole lot here. Drop the dough. 45 minutes. We shall see. So I just, after 45 minutes, I just took the foil out. I want you to see what it looks like so far. Looking good. All right, so I put it 15. I might have to put a little bit more. I want it to crisp up. I want a crust on it. So they say about 15 to another 30 minutes total. So good. I'm excited. This is it. Oh yeah. This is a beaut. Ta-da! That looks awesome. All right, so that's the pot I cooked in, and I covered it with the foil. So you see how much it rises. So as long as your pot is deeper than how much it rises, then you're good.